All right. We've got everything set up. The camera is working just as good as it did before. Okay? Just as it has every time. We have Seth and Lester set up, creating the Guardian Zone, which is great. We have, hopefully, the sound is working this time. Navi, you're going to make sure this time that the keywords are set up, because we can't have that mistake happen again. We need to make sure they won't find us. There's no sound coming through. Fantastic. All right. Hello, everybody. One moment. Much better. Hello, everybody. I am Native the Neocologist. Hey, let's see him get this name from us, eh? Cheers. If you're watching this video, it's because you were just exposed to something strange, something potentially traumatic that is about to change your life. You were given a glimpse into a world beyond ours, and you probably have a lot of questions. And I can't answer all of them right now, but we can get you started. The veil of two worlds has been broken for you. And this time in your life can be scary, but I assure you, we will make it through together, just like we have every time. There is a world beyond this one, a world beyond what you know, and you were just given a glimpse of it by what you saw. Perhaps you were shown a realm of fire and iron, where good men were bound by their own inner demons. Or perhaps witnessed the great thistle, where the world knows who you are and reacts in kind. Or perhaps you ascended a massive tree to find a grand stone book in which you inscribed your name. That was reality. That was the real world beyond what you have known. And you've taken your first step to truly understanding. Reality is like a forum, you see. There are threads and names of people, and you interact with them on the street, perhaps even playing games and living your whole lives in that forum. Most members take for granted that the threads and polls they see are the only ones that exist, that those are reality, but they're not. They're the lie. Reality's forum is much bigger, much greater, many threads and subcultures you can never see are hidden behind this lie. But every so often, shitposts from those forums make their way into the main and start to change the people we know. Accounts disappear. Attitudes change. Strange stories appear that no one understands. Or perhaps someone gets adventurous and follows a series of links and threads and trails leading to old archives wherein they see things that are not meant to be seen. Necroing threads that the admins don't want them to know. In either case, no one ever hears from those people. No evidence is left of the threads, and the other members are just left to speculate as to what happened. They delete their accounts. Did someone upset an admin? Perhaps they're just unavailable right now. Maybe they were temporarily kicked. Maybe entirely banned. They don't remember the threads or the creepypastas or games that were posted. Strange lore beyond what humans want to know. And the sleepers reject this in favor of just mundane explanations. Healthy minds don't go looking for monsters and arcane conspiracies everywhere. No one seriously thinks that Slenderman is real. Those who might know otherwise convinced themselves that what they saw was merely stress, terror, starvation, a dream. But your world was that forum, and sometimes the creepypasta people share are real. Slender may not be as made up as you think, but instead reflect something of the truth. Vampires exist. Werewolves are real. Frankenstein was something more than just the work of some woman's imagination. So why don't they acknowledge the truth? Why do the sleepers lie dreaming? Someone should worry about you going missing. Someone should notice the sinkholes have to come from somewhere, right? Someone, at the very least, would be able to confirm the Loch Ness Monster was real because there are a lot of people on that lake, right? But no one does. Very few do. Why is this? It's because they're all in the grip of what's known as the Great Lie. There are those of us, mages, who study the symptoms of the lie and argue that social pressure can't possibly explain why sleepers seem so reluctant to see the reality of things. There are those who connect to the deeper realities while remaining completely blind to the higher truths. Even those who would have been victims of tragedy of the higher world, seen displays of magic. But they don't acknowledge it. They don't have their eyes opened. They deny any strange goings on, and in many cases, they'll outright forget. This is what we've come to know as the Sleeper's Curse, or a more pretentious mage might call it, quiescence. It causes the sleepers to forget any realizing of the truth they encounter, and is reinforced through rationalizing away that truth. It was a dream, a trick of the light. Only the awakened seem to hold the memories of the truth that they've seen. Sometimes it gets worse than that, and it draws through something else. If our reality is what is true, then there must be an untrue, a false, and that's what the abyss is. A sort of perverse reflection of the supernal. Every so often, this fallen world becomes so overwhelmed by these untruths that something impossible breaks through and becomes possible. Not just possible, but real. And this paradox occurs, harming the fallen world and its people. They can happen naturally, sure, but the harsh reality is, most of the time, it happens because we're being irresponsible. Look, I'm out of time now, but just know that this world is fragile and that your powers can do real harm, but they're capable of great good. If you want more help, I'll have Navi set out some links in the description that'll lead you to a website where you can find a book, a guide to your awakening. Follow that onyx path and keep in mind what you've learned today. You'll do great things, I'm sure. Hey there, everyone. So I had a lot of fun making this. And I'm going to be making additional content. I saw some of the Gentleman Gamers content for Vampire the Masquerade, and I thought that stuff looks amazing. He did a great job of that, and so I want to try and get on that. Because he's talking about it from the perspective of a vampire, and I thought how cool would it be to create content from the perspective of a mage. But of course, it's time for the legal stuff. All of the concepts that I'm using come from White Wolf Publishing, Onyx Path Publishing's game World of Darkness. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about Mage, The Awakening, because I think that game is fantastic, and this is all possible through the White Wolf Publishing's program. So yeah, that's about it. I think that's all I've got to do. And hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, maybe throw a like onto the video, or say in the comments that you liked it. If you didn't and you think the Neocologist is a terrible decision for a YouTube channel, explain to me why you're not wrong. Because you are, as far as I'm aware. Jesus, I'm so bald. Holy crap. But yeah, that's about it. Have fun.